Hi, my name is Alex Schoffeld, and for this module I am doing the British invasion. The British invasion started with the Beatles February 7th, 1964, when they arrived in America. And then 2 days later, on February 9th, 1964, they appeared on the Ed Sullivan Show, which had almost, I think, 70% of Americans watching. And that is when Beatlemania officially started. After the Beatles, other groups soon followed, most famously the Kinks, the Rolling Stones, and the Who. There were three waves to the invasion, and the first wave was in the early 60s to the mid 60s, and the most famous groups out of that were the Animals, the Beatles, the Rolling Stones, Dusty Springfield, the Zombies, and the Who. The second wave was from the mid to late 60s with Jethro Tull, Van Morrison, Pink Floyd, and Elton John. Though some of their most famous works were in the 70s, they did make their first appearance in the mid to late 60s. The third wave was actually in the 70s, and before these bands came over to the US, they were influenced by early American rock and roll, like Elvis, Buddy Holly, and Chuck Berry, and that's what influenced them to create their music, and they in turn came back to America and influenced our music, because American music had become pretty bland, with really only the Beach Boys, Elvis, and Dean Martin really producing music. There wasn't much else heard, and the most important part to them coming was it gave a new sound to American music. There is my bibliography. Thanks.